Hello and welcome to Offload, our weekly podcast where we just talk about stupid shit. I'm Charlie.
I'm Jared.
I'm Jason.
I'm Tom.
This week's episode, Oscarbait.
Oscarbait or masturbate?
Oscarbait.
I'm the master tank. You're gonna be
fuck's sake.
I get Oscars for rapping.
Well, Eminem did.
Yeah?
Yeah, did.
You got what? Yeah, you got Oscar. Yeah, for his
Well, that 8 Mile, wasn't it?
Lose Yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got an Oscar for best music.
Yeah, man. A rapper.
One more Oscar than Johnny Depp and Robert Downey Jr. combined.
Yeah,
Oh,
he got an Oscar way before Leonardo DiCaprio's son.
Wait. So you're telling me Johnny Depp doesn't have an Oscar?
No, he doesn't.
He doesn't.
Remember,
None of his films have been that truly Oscar worthy. He's a good actor.
no, that's
No,
because
Black
it's comedic.
Sails.
That's because
No,
it's like a
Black Flag,
comedic
isn't it?
thing. You
No,
don't really
it's
get Oscars
Black.
for comedic, do you?
It's Black something. It begins with M in the second one, I think. Black
What's
something.
it?
Black Mask.
No, it's not Black Mask.
What?
It's where he was he an arms dealer?
Whitey Bulger.
Yeah, he was
He
an arms
was an
dealer. I
Irish
think.
guy. Yeah, wait. I'll find it right now.
But yeah, what's it called?
What?
I can't remember.
and he also goes
Yeah,
to
no,
La La
that
Land.
was it. You don't really see Oscars being given out for comedic films, do you?
I'm gonna say
really?
I think it's called Black Mesa, but I think I'm wrong because that's a fucking
Black
half-pipe.
Mesa's from Half.
Like, no, Jason's gonna find. Jared's gonna find it. But yeah,
Yeah.
you never see Oscar. Like Oscars aren't given to like comedic films.
No,
No, they're not.
never. Well, I think
Yeah, Black Mask.
Is it Black Mask?
Yeah, like Mass.
Mask.
Black
Mask. Yeah,
Yeah,
Black Mask.
Yeah. Well, I think the reason that comedy films don't really get Oscars is because humour's subjective.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
the
know,
fact that it
like-
doesn't really.
Like everyone can get pulled in by a gripping story. But
Yeah, but
comedy's very
Not
subjective.
everyone can
to what-
appreciate
yeah.
comedy. You know what I mean? Like,
Depends on what you're
Yeah.
into.
I
Like
think it's
very
a bit
dry,
easy, though.
like very dry and dark humour.
yeah,
not
yeah,
everyone
like,
does.
Not everyone likes Monty Python.
Oh,
You know
I
what I mean?
love Monty Python.
Oh, it's great.
It's a
It's
very
just a
British
fresh
comedy.
road.
It's a
And
very
now for
British
something
comedy.
completely different. But yeah.
Would
no.
you let us in? No. Your father was a scumbag.
I fucking fart in your general direction.
I fucking love that film.
A Reaper Dolce.
Oh shit! What did they start throwing at him?
Cows, wasn't it?
I think cows. It's like lobbing cows.
Wait, what film?
Monty
Monty
Python.
Python and the Holy Grail.
Where the French
Bro,
guys are up on the
honestly.
top, and he's like, "Will you let us pass?" He's like, "No, I fart in your general direction. Your mother was a hamster, and your father smelled of elderberry."
Honestly, I haven't watched a Monty Python film since I was like 12. I need
they
to
are
start
so
watching
good.
them again.
They're so good.
You start lobbing dead cows over the walls.
The Black Knight. How about you?
Yeah, I remember seeing that scene because they're sitting there like,
What are you gonna do? I'll headbutt you. Come here.
He's like, "Fucking, I know
'cause
you're
there's a witch,
Oh,
ain't
no,
there?
you're
And
let off.
he's sitting there like, she's not a witch.
And he's like that. Well, call it a draw.
Oh, I fucking love that. It's like, who is Mary, Queen of Scots? I am. And just fucking kick it down the stairs.
It's like the one where they have like the fish slapping competition.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the fucking best.
Oh no, it's a brilliant film. Everything they've done, I think, is brilliant. The whole
Yeah.
Monty Python like comedy circuit. Man.
Right, good films.
So yeah, no, funny enough, this wasn't a discussion on comedy or the Oscars or anything. This is a discussion on films in general. You know,
Which
like
also include comedy and
Yeah, but not
Oscars and
specifically.
things.
yeah, but
Yeah,
not not
No, I know what you
in
mean.
particular.
Not
You know,
specifically.
respect that.
Are you going to make me suck your
Respect
cock?
that.
No, why would I?
Yeah.
Now suck my cock. Look at this face. This is my serious face. Suck my cock.
I fucking love that film.
Team America, by isn't it?
Yes, Team
Yeah.
America World Police, yeah.
Fuck's sake.
Fuck
Matt Damon.
Durka Durka, Muhammad Jihad, Haka Shabba Shabba, Abakala. Ah, Durka Durka Durka. Buck Duck Ducka La.
So good.
Oh, I fucking love that.
Let's just do a rotation. Charlie, favorite film.
Come back to me.
Fuck. Jared, favorite film.
On a serious note, I'm going to have to go with my inner child, A Nightmare Before Christmas.
Fair enough.
Fucking
Right, so
gay.
you got Nightmare Before Christmas, I got Nightmare on Elm Street.
That's a good disparagement there.
Yeah.
For me, it's probably Empire Strikes Back.
That's a surprise.
I know, such a shock. You know, the listeners... Actually, no, I never really talked about it on the podcast.
No.
But to all the listeners that know me, they fucking know.
Yeah.
Charlie.
What's your favourite
I genuinely don't know.
I think I might know what it is, but I wanted to say it first just in case I'm wrong.
See, originally
it
it was Lone Survivors. Lone Survivors.
There can't be Lone
It
Survivors.
was Lone
One
Survivor
guy.
because that was quite good. I liked that film. I genuinely don't know. It's a mix between Lone Survivors, Dark Knight, or
That's a close second.
I don't know. It has to be. What were you thinking?
I was thinking Lone Survivor.
Yeah,
Because, you watch it. Yeah.
gets you in the feels.
Yeah.
So
Not
yeah,
so much for me.
either Lone Survivor or
Which one's Lone Survivor?
the one where
Mark
it was the
Wahlberg.
group of 4 that go into and go to search for that Taliban bloke, and it ends up being a scout mission, and they all die, and he gets saved by the.
It's like
group of-
3-4 years ago it came out. That's the thing, I think one of my favourite films...
It wasn't a good film. It just hit me in the feels.
No.
I'll tell you what is a really good film, Hacksaw Ridge. That's a
haven't
really
seen
good
Oh,
film.
another one where he has to cut his arm off.
No, it's 27 hours.
What am I thinking?
You're thinking of 27 hours with James Franco, where he has to cut his arm off and he's stuck in a rock.
Yeah, no, he's in a ridge and he has the hacksaw through his arm.
No, Hacksaw Ridge is the one where Andrew Garfield plays the combat medic that never killed him.
Oh, yep.
Saved like fucking 87 people, I think it was, and then he also saved enemy soldiers.
You see, now with war films,
That's a really
nothing
good
for
film.
me has ever topped Saving Private Ryan.
It's a really good film.
Just for the opening scene.
Yeah, the beach when he's got his balls dangling out his leg.
What?
What?
What, have you not seen that bit when they're on the beach and literally there are bodies everywhere. This is like halfway through the beach scene, and there's a guy laying there, his leg's missing. All you see is his ball sack just like
I've
his
not-
balls
I've
have
not
come out
noticed
his
that.
sack and they're like down in.
I've not noticed
Oh,
that.
I've never noticed that.
I noticed the guy whose arm's fallen off and he picks it up and starts
Yeah,
walking around with
yeah,
it.
yeah, that's an amazing
But
scene.
I've not seen fucking balls by the guy's like decapitated
Bro,
leg.
what I'm confused
Imagine
about.
that actually having your arm blown off, and you have to hold it and look at it like.
Yeah, pick it up.
what
Like,
was my
oh,
arm?
fucking hell.
What
Just
I'm confused,
fuck being
Well,
involved
you know you're
and
going to
be
die
there.
at that
what I'm
point.
confused about though is spoiler alerts, by the way, for anyone who
Hasn't
If
seen
you haven't
Saving
watched,
Private
if you haven't watched Saving Private Ryan,
yeah,
fuck you doing? Pause
just
this and go
just
watch
walk
it.
in front of a bus, but
Go
No,
watch
to be
it.
fair,
Pause
if you haven't
that
seen it by
shit.
now, you're not going to.
so you know the bit with Jackson when he's in the tower and the tank shoots.
Yes.
Yeah.
Later on, who's that blonde guy beating up Nazis with his gun and then he gets fucked up?
That's not him. That's one.
Yeah, but who is that guy? Because he wasn't there when everybody else was there.
No, he was one of the
One of the guys that
One of the
dropped
101st.
with Ryan.
101st. He wasn't He wasn't Jackson thing.
No, but that's what I mean. There wasn't a blonde guy there. There wasn't.
Well,
Probably
continuity
probably
errors.
just continuity error. No film is perfect.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I like that fat guy, you know, the one who got shot in the arse and he's sitting there and he's throwing his fucking shit at the
Throws
guy.
his fucking helmet at him.
Oh, that was really.
And he gets shot in the arse and he's running out of ammo and he throws his gun at him. Oh, that guy's a G.
Right, but in terms of films in general, considering you came up with a topic,
Yeah.
is there anything specific you want to talk about?
Well, I just wanted to get everyone's general ideas. You know what their favorite films were, why. You know, like.
Alright, so let's.
So-
right,
sorry,
so
go
we'll go on to Jared then. So, obviously, you said your favourite film. Why is it your favourite film?
It's my favourite film just because it gets me in the feels, fam.
Same reason as Charlie, then, yeah?
Yeah.
It's right there.
It hits me in that time where I was young and innocent and the world weren't
What's
in
your
my
favourite
head a
film
fucked
again?
up place. A Nightmare Before Christmas. Was it? But let's be honest, everybody wanted his dog.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Tell me that dog was not the sickest dog. It was like a ghost dog and it would
Yeah.
float about.
I don't know, I've only watched half of that film.
And Jack
I've never
Skellington
finished it.
the man.
Well, you see, I don't know how it would be watching it as an adult, but as a kid, that shit's the bomb. It's really good.
And the thing is, it didn't even sell well. It just became a cult classic and everybody loves Nightmare Before Christmas.
Mm. Well, yeah, no, it's the cult classics that get remembered.
Mm.
Like The Room. My second favourite film. Why, Mark?
See, that's the thing. I think The Room's up there, but because of how bad it is. It's enjoyable to take the piss out of it.
You know, The Room is the kind of film that you got to watch with friends.
Yes, you don't watch that shit alone.
Now, top 3 films: Nightmare Before Christmas, Dark Knight, Dark Knight, with Heath Ledger as the Joker. That is like immortalised in my head as one of the best films of all time because of how good he was playing Joker. And third is probably Horrible Bosses because that film is fucking hysterical.
It is funny.
That film is the greatest film that is in existence.
It is a pretty good film.
It's just so funny.
This is the thing I've got to say. My top 3 is Nightmare on Elm Street, but it has to be the 2010 remake with Jackie O'Hurley. Oh, Healy, whatever his name is. Then it's probably got Saving Private Ryan's in there, and then Gladiator.
For me, Empire Strikes Back, and then The Raid 2 would probably be number 2, maybe number. It's vying for, it's between The Raid 2 and my third choice, which is how can I forget the title? The American football film.
Remember the Titans?
Yeah, that's it. Remember the Titans. That shit was cash.
Yeah, it was a pretty decent film, to be fair. I just remember in the fucking, locker room scene when they just start dissing each other's mums. That's the one scene I remember from that. And you see the fat guy, he's like, oh, I just had your mum on my back. What's your top 3 then?
Lone Survivor, Dark Knight Rises, and...
Really? Rises?
No, Dark Knight, sorry. Because he said Rises, and I spent this whole time going, really? Sorry, Dark Knight. And probably, I like, to be fair, something like Shutter Island.
Yeah, Shutter Island is very good.
It fucks with your head so much. That I like that kind of. This is why you guys will know this more than anything. Over films, if I had to choose series, films, or anything like that to watch, like if that was my favourite, it would be Sherlock. It would be the Sherlock series with Benedict Cumberbatch and
Buffalo custard bath.
Because every single episode genuinely mind fucks you in the fact that you when it is going on, like when you have like the whole try and figure it out and all that bollocks. A lot of films you're just like, yeah, he did it, or like you're just like, me, fuck it, like that. Sherlock definitely, even in the tiny details, just fucks with your head, and I love it.
I can't really get into Sherlock like that.
I like Sherlock, but speaking of bendy crotch cabbage wank, did you notice he was in 4 Lions?
Yeah, he's the arse man.
I know you're an arse man. You're a massive arse man. You're calling me a whammer, bro. You're in batty chirps. Fuck off, fucking boy George.
You see,
no, but yeah,
I only noticed it the other week when I watched the clip. I was like, oh shit, it's Benedict Cumberbatch.
Yeah, no, I noticed that when I watched it. But yeah, that was my favourite series. But in terms of film, Shutter Island's definitely there because it's. To be fair, the missus has got me onto this as one of my favourite nowadays. It's an old one. Actually, no. I will exchange. What was the third one I said?
Shutter Island.
Shutter Island. I kind of have to change them. Lone Survivor's no longer there, I'm afraid.
Oh shit!
It went from 1 to like 4.
No, it's no longer there purely because it was when it first come out, but that was because it was a surprise film that got me in the feels. And now it's boring and a bit repetitive. It's one of those films that it's turned into. I'll watch it every now and then. So it's going to have to be Dark Knight, Shutter Island. To be fair, Shutter Island's probably 4th. I think the second is, because it's quickly become, I've only watched it once, but it's now up there, Castaway.
Oh, I do like Castaway.
Castaway's a good film.
Isn't Castaway the one with Tom Hanks?
Yeah.
And
with Wilson.
Yeah.
Yeah, that has to be like up there in the top 3. Because the top 3 is, Shutter Island, Dark Knight and Castaway, but like they're my top 3. I can't
decide between
1, 2, or 3, but they are top 3. And I'd say one 4th or 5th, right? It was an old film, right? Was Catch Me If You Can.
Yes, and that's what Leonardo
DiCaprio and Tom Hanks.
That is such a good film.
Based off a true story of that bloke that was doing the
fraud,
credit fraud, and did like $4 million worth of stuff, and posed as I think it was like a doctor, an airline pilot, a lawyer.
Yeah, you got away with a lot of shit.
See,
that's Jade's favourite film.
I like Catch Me.
Watch it.
I like Catch Me If You Can, but I kind of prefer Wolf of Wall Street in terms of the fraudster film.
See, I like Wolf of
It's
Wall
too
Street, but
long.
it's too long.
It is
It's
pretty
like 3.5
long,
hours
yeah,
long.
I'll give you that.
Like,
but
it's good up until the point where...
That's Martin Scorsese's films are always fucking too long.
No, the thing
That's
is,
true.
it was good up until the point where I'd say... You know, when they start having, like, so for example, he comes back drunk from the helicopter,
Yes.
and the kid's involved, and that lot. I
Yeah.
think that's when it went too long. It was all like...
Yes,
you
it
kinda
started
have-
to get a bit too long when
you
he
have,
started
like-
driving his car home when he was on.
Yeah, it
Oh,
was-
no,
it's a good scene.
No,
It's a good scene.
that was a good scene, but
But the
after
time it's
that,
at, this should have
Yeah.
ended around that
it was
time.
a good scene, and it should have ended with them, you know, getting nicked and that lot and stuff like that. But then it was all about, you know, comes back and blah 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 blah.
yeah, you
That's
can cut
just
the
getting
fat.
too boring.
Yeah.
Like,
I know what you mean. I know what you mean. It is a good fraud thing, but if, like Tom said, if they did cut it at that, it would be up there. But because it's one of those films where I have to be able to finish it. I'd have to be able to finish watching it to be able to consider it a good film. Do you know what I mean? And I just can't do it. It literally gets to like 2 hour mark.
Tell you what is a really good film I haven't watched in about 3-4 years, and that's Pursuit of Happiness. I ain't seen that.
Yes.
oh yeah, the
That's
Will
a good
Smith
film,
film.
Yeah, I haven't seen that in a few years. I think mainly it's due to the fact that when Jaden Smith was old enough, so he wasn't a cunt. And as he got older and older, you think, oh, he's fucking turned into a right bellend, didn't he?
I'm not a coward.
Didn't he do a fucking music video, Batman, like a few weeks ago?
He
Just
did,
as a white Batman.
Fuck's sake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How he did not get sued for that, I do not know.
I think though. Hey,
It's
you went
the
from.
song's literally called Batman, and he's dressed as white
He
Batman.
probably paid for the rights.
It's a lot of rights.
No,
Warner
but,
Brothers.
but to be fair, the thing is though, it's completely two different things. You have Pursuit of Happiness, which was Will Smith and Jaden Smith, brilliant film. Then you have Will Smith, Jaden Smith, fucking After Earth.
Yeah, but to be fair, After Earth just was a shitty concept in general.
No.
Yeah. Well,
Especially considering
Yeah.
Will Smith was like basically fucking paralysed in that film.
now what makes me laugh is you got the most charismatic like man on the earth playing like a person with no emotion.
Yeah.
Like you don't cast Will Smith in that role.
No, you don't.
Like, you know, you could charm the ears off an elephant. that guy, and he's just like, the whole thing was like, hello,
I'm
I
Legend. was
don't
good.
love my son.
I Am Legend was good.
I do like I Am Legend. The ending was a bit shitty.
Kill
but
the
I do
dog.
like it.
That's so sad.
Pack direct charge, is that what you just said?
Pack direct cargo.
Yeah, that's what it is. The funny, see, I love that though. The funny thing about I Am Legend is it tells a very emotional story. He survives years with a dog. Dog dies, he gets with a woman and dies the same day. That's that's very emotional telling.
When a dog dies and a woman shows up, can't handle that shit.
Yeah,
I gotta
and
go.
then he dies.
I gotta go, and it's not even to the point of spoilers. It's not even to the point of where they could possibly bring him back to life and recover his body. No, he blows the fuck up.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
know,
he blows the fuck
He's
up.
completely
Thing is
gone.
though, it's just like that shit when he has to single-handedly strangle his dog to death. Almost hit me in the feels the exact same amount of level as when Marley died in Marley and Me. Because that shit, no matter who
I feel
you
like
are,
dogs dying in general is just a bad story. I think it's weird. But one of the worst
can't-
cases I've ever seen of a dog dying was actually in Futurama. It
Oh,
was actually really weird.
Fry's dog.
Fry's dog, where
That
he just
is
waited
sad.
outside the shop for him to come back,
it's so
and he ended up
sad.
dying. But they
Oh.
fossilised him.
yeah. See, no, that's the thing. That I don't give a shit who you are. I don't care if you're Muhammad. I'm Bruce Lee. If a dog
change dogs.
If a dog dies in a film, you cry at them. You cry at them.
Tis a dog.
Marley and Me, no fucker has watched that and not cried. I don't give a shit who you are.
I
If
haven't
you
seen
say
that
you
in
haven't,
at least, like,
I
5,
can't
6
bring
years.
myself to watch it.
if you say you haven't,
I love
you're
dogs
lying.
too
I don't
much.
give a shit.
I've never cried over a film.
I
I
cried at
Nah.
E.T. when I was young.
Nah, you're lying.
No,
Nah, Marley. Have you
no.
watched Marley and Me?
I have seen it. Yeah.
Nah, you're lying. He's
I'll
lying.
be honest with you, I've never cried over, like I've never cried tears of like, you know, like, oh, this is so sad. I've been so scared I've cried before a film
For real?
as
What
a
film?
kid. As a kid, I think it was Nightmare
No,
on
no,
Elm
no, no.
Street.
Hold up.
Like,
Hold up. I swear you like near enough cried when Solo died.
nearly, yeah, I nearly did, yeah.
He was in. He wasn't crying, but he was in tears.
I saw it.
when Solo
It's worse.
died.
It's worse because we knew what was happening. As
Yeah,
well.
Yeah,
we
yeah.
waited for
We
it.
got it spoiled for us.
No,
The thing is that I saw
is,
Jason. I saw Jason. I saw the tears well up in his eyes, and I looked at Tom. Tom looked at you, looked at me, and we both looked at each other and went, "Yeah."
No, the thing is, I was so mad as well. Like when Chewie shot Kylo Ren, I was like, "You fucking
I think that's the closest I've known you to get like to.
That was an emotional time because I almost cried tears of joy when the Star Wars logo came up. And I was like, it's back.
Yeah, I saw that as well. Yeah.
Yeah, like I don't know. I don't think films ever really affected me that way that much. Like, like not the same way that things like TV shows have, or that like even video games have, because you spend more time with them.
I'll tell you what I did cry with, which was really odd, and I think sometimes I know this is gonna sound like proper like bullshit sentiment thing, but when you have those days,
yes,
where you can't help but think fuck you and everything gets to you, just one of those days. I was having one of those days and I was ready for like not like a cry, but I was ready for like a good old like explosion of fuck you, and I watched
Make more noise.
Turn the light on.
You to do that.
I watched Forrest Gump.
Bubba.
And I cried when Bubba died.
Bubba Gump.
Like, I've never cried at it before. It was just that day, a lot of shit went on.
Nah, that was sad.
Everything happened. It was sad anyway, but it never got me. It was only that day when it was shit after shit, and I was not in a very good way. And then at the end of it, I was like, and after all of this, Bubba had to die. And that's about it.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah, that's the weirdest one I've cried at. It's just random because it wasn't even the first time watching it. I watched it about 7 to 12 times.
Yeah, you've seen it before, but it's like they just got you in that day.
It just got me in that day. Yeah.
No, fair enough. And but yeah, I guess to transition. Warm.
I now know what you mean. Now you brought it up.
Sorry, go on.
What? The hardest hitting thing, and I'm sorry to transition this, but I'll make this point, and then we can go back to the movies. But the worst thing, the thing that gets me in the films is like books when they're nearly completed and then the author dies, so the ending just.
Yep. You just never see how it's gonna end.
Yeah, never.
Yeah, no,
and then the author's like, I have notes on it, but I want to leave it to your imagination. No, don't leave it to my imagination, you fucker.
I'm shit at that stuff. That's what you're around.
That's what you're around. God damn it.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's true.
I don't read.
Yeah, I haven't read enough series. I read books and stuff.
I can't read.
I haven't read enough series where that's happened.
Yeah.
And any book series I've read,
I haven't been connected with the book.
You know the Narnia films? They're based on a book, and like
I've read 3 of the books.
Yeah, and there was one he was meant to do about, because spoilers. Sorry to do this, but at the end of like the last book the guy made, like all of like the kids died apart from the oldest girl.
Susan.
Yeah, and then he was going to make a book about her life because she didn't accept that like Aslan existed, because the way it was set up, it's like Aslan in Narnia was like Jesus in Earth. Like he was just like this all-powerful figure.
Ride me!
Right, sorry, yeah.
I'm Liam Neeson.
Ride
me.
Yeah,
if you don't ride me, I will find you.
I have a particular set of skills.
Right, next transition, Jason.
Bono, what are you doing here? I'm Bono, hello!
Ride me!
Fuck off, Bono, you bastard!
I have AIDS!
Your songs are shite! But Bono, look at me! Yeah!
Yeah, the transition, I was just going to say, what would be like your ideal film to get made? Something you want to see, just like go into production, like an
adaptation. A good Assassin's Creed, but no.
The Tom Hardy Venom film that has.
But that's being made. I'm saying like.
You're thinking about what movie
what
would
do you
want to
get made? Because we know that's happening.
In a movie, I would like to see.
Anyone can chime in at this point.
There's a book I used to read called A Demon Assassin. Right. That was a really good book. It's a little black book. I read that. The Demon Assassin, and that would work. It was like set in like World War II London during the Blitz, and I would very much like to see that film.
Good night, Mr. Tom.
It's been years since I've seen that.
Yeah, we watched that in primary school.
Yeah, we watched that in year 5.
Because his mum used to beat him and his little brother died.
Yeah. Yeah, it's been years since I've seen that film. Fucking hell. But yeah, Demon Assassin, I very
So you
much
like to see that get adapted?
into a film.
Anything from you two, or shall I say my ideal one?
I'm thinking.
Yeah, go ahead with yours.
Alright. Any of you lads seen Hardcore Henry?
Yes.
Well, we watched.
I know exactly what you're going to say.
A little bit.
Alright, have you seen Hardcore Henry?
No, but I know what it's about. I've yet to watch it, and I know what you're gonna say.
Yeah, I know what he's going to
Alright.
say.
Now, you guys know about the first-person shooter game Doom.
Yeah, everybody does.
Get the guys that made Hardcore Henry
To
do a Doom film.
But they've already
Could
done
you-
it, dude. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, but that was shit.
No, but he's on about a new Doom film.
Could you fucking imagine
in Hardcore Henry style?
a
That'd be
film at
fucking
that
amazing.
pace? You just see Doom go running, like, just grabs a demon's skull, fucking smacks it on a wall, and then continues running, picks up a shotgun.
That'd be fucking amazing.
Oh,
I'd love to see that.
that would
shit.
be so good.
Hardcore Henry was fucking good. Like,
And that's some rando you don't care about. Just imagine what they could do with a budget and a license like that.
Yeah, that'd be fucking amazing.
I'm still thinking. You know what I'd like to see? I would like to see a film explaining the Arkham Knight series. Like they're doing like a little, like like Arkham Origins, like maybe something like that.
So you
Just
want
something esque of that.
You want an adaptation of the Arkham games, is what you're saying?
Yeah, like the next Batman film should be something like an Arkham game, because the Arkham games, don't get me wrong, they were very extensive. Like.
Well, yeah, for
You
a
would
series to be
complete-
panned out between 4 games, it's a very extensive.
But like with Origins, where it was just, oh, these people are trying to kill you, and then there was the plot twist with Black Mask,
Yeah.
and then it's just something similar to that.
You see, my ideal Batman film would be just like a day in the life of, not like this grand oh shit the world's gonna end, just like a regular night for him.
I feel like that's
That's too stale.
That's like the
No, what I'm
first
trying to
half
say-
of Spider-Man: Homecoming. Just a day in the life of Spider-Man.
No, but I'm
Yeah,
not.
that
saying,
was cool because they have to establish the fact.
yeah, but what I'm saying is,
I like that film. It was a
I'd
good
like
film.
to see it okay, it cuts like 8:00, busting some street crime. Interrupts a drug deal. 9:00, stops a bank heist. 10:00, the Joker's about. What the fuck's going on? You know what I mean?
You know what
And
I
then
feel-
we just keep escalating and
I feel
escalating.
like that'd work probably better as a fan film.
I'm not saying it has to be done by
Warner
Warner Brothers. I'm just saying that's what I'd like to see.
Yeah.
I know what I want to see. Have any of you read the Batman and Flash crossover called The Button?
Yes.
I want to see that. I want
You know,
to
honestly,
see the result of that.
I want to see Long Halloween.
Oh boy, yeah.
I want to see that as a film, or just at least a short film.
Do you know what I'd like to
I
say?
don't know what the
It's
Halloween is.
so mundane and stale that it would never be done. But just as a personal thing, something like Forza Horizon as a film, just a racing game where there's good music festivals, and they race to race. None of this drug dealing, feuds.
We are family.
Drama bollocks. Someone dies, or anything. Even so, Need for Speed was quite a good one, but even that, somebody dies and there has to be some sort of emotion of it.
So
I would
you
just like
want
to
a
see
pure,
pure racing. There's no main This is why I said not like a massive film, but there's no separate storyline to there's no separate storyline to someone died. It's a personal feud. Just
Tell you what,
just a film that's got good cars, good music, and all you see is just so okay. So for example, there is a good racer, like an up and coming racer, your character, so to speak. But it's literally just him going up the races, getting well known.
I'll tell you what I'd like to see something similar to that. Do you remember Burnout?
Yeah.
Very much like to see that from one side of America to the other, but at certain points and intervals, the last person in that race gets blown up. That's what happened in Burnout.
So Death Race.
A bit like Death Race, yeah, but from one side of the country to the other.
Yeah.
You know what I actually want to see now that
Kind of like a
I have
Burnout
thought
Mad Max.
about.
Yeah, like Burnout Takedown. I remember.
So I want to see a movie arc about 4 movies, and you know what I want it to be?
Go on.
Tiber Septon taking over Tamriel.
Okay.
Think about how sick that would be. So he's got Cyrodiil. That's the first movie. They establish him having Cyrodiil, maybe marching on Skyrim. Second film, him getting all the Nords on his side and being like, oh, Tiber Septon, yeah! The third film, him meeting what's the guy called where he puts him in the soul gem and powers up the dwarven thing. Dwemer.
Fuck knows, he's got a very weird
Oh,
name.
bro, yeah. I don't know what it's called, but I think he's called like Ulf or Wolf or something.
Something like that.
And then the fourth film is just that wrapping it up and maybe doing like a little Easter egg for like the Elder Scrolls games, because you know what was her name? I want to say her name was like Berenzia. You know, the Queen of Morrowind.
Oh, it's not Berenzia, it's Baron Zaya.
Yeah.
Close enough.
Yeah, Baron Zaya.
Like his and her, like, you know, consummating, and then she getting pregnant with a bastard.
I wouldn't mind an actual Halo film.
Oh yeah, you know that like the footage they released from the opening of that film looks so good.
Yeah.
What? When they're sitting there and they're like all loading up, and then there's the brutes running at them, and they see the meteor coming down. Yeah.
That and like you get the scene of the warthog like factory.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh god.
Halo is pretty good. Halo Nightfall, if you've seen it.
Yeah, it's alright.
It's actually decent.
What is that story actually about? Because I never.
It's just about Marines. Basically, do you know Luke Cage?
Yeah.
He's like the sergeant, and it's basically
Yeah. Because he's Locke, ain't he?
Yeah. He's Locke, and basically just trying to survive.
Fair enough.
But
what's like the enemy there? What is the enemy? Is it the Covenant?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I saw the short series they did before. Halo 4 came out.
Yeah, I remember that.
You know, that's about it.
Oh, what?
Like,
Forward onto Dawn?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, but I would love to see.
Yes, it's okay.
The thing is, though, I don't know. Like, the Halo film now would be ruined because the story has gone to shit.
Yeah, Halo film now will be based
I'd like
on
to see
five.
I'd like to see Halo Reach film.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
I very much
Like
enjoyed Halo
literally,
Reach.
like they don't need to do anything different to the story that we've played.
Just
Adapt it to a film. Is all I ask.
But who's going to be playing who? Who's going to play Cap? Who's going to play George? Who's going to play Emile?
I already know.
Who's going to play Carter? Actually, I have a perfect casting for Carter. But
Go on.
Huh?
Who's-
Me.
yeah.
It would either be Bradley Cooper, yeah, or DiCaprio. No, not DiCaprio. Pitt.
For
Pitt.
Carter, I'm thinking more of Ethan Hawke. For Carter, I think he'd work pretty well as Carter.
Who's Ethan Hawke?
You not seen Ethan Hawke?
Ethan
Do you
Hawke.
know-
I would know him if
in
you
terms
showed
of
me.
looking and the way it is, do you know what? I genuinely couldn't. I genuinely could see. You know, Shane from Walking Dead, Punisher.
Yeah.
I could see him playing it. Just the way he looks.
I don't think like
him as Carter now. I don't see it. He's not
without the
beefy
beard.
enough.
Without the beard, I'd see him as Carter.
He's not beefy
you
enough.
see. The thing is though, I don't think looks really matter all that much if we did a Halo Reach film because they keep their helmets on for most of the game.
True.
You know what I mean? Like I could accept them changing the look of certain characters.
But even then, you know what I mean? It's character development and stuff. Like I understand Emile never showing his face because that's like Snake Eyes from G.I. Joe.
Yeah, neither does Noble 6. Like, you know.
Oh no, actually,
Go on.
I can imagine his Carter actually.
Sophie Turner.
Josh Brolin.
Yes.
Oh, that does fit.
Yes,
That does
that
fit.
is a very good casting.
Yeah.
Emile would have to be someone like The Rock, like a big guy.
No. Don't
know,
even
because
be. Do
Emile
you know
wasn't
who I'd
that
like?
tall.
No. Do you know who I'd like?
Emile wasn't that tall.
Emile's the skull one in it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'd like? I don't even care what you say, right? Because you don't see his face. Just as a voice, Idris Elba.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a good
I
film.
would like that.
Yeah, because Emile never takes his helmet off, does he?
It'd
Yeah,
just
but
be
even
VA
then,
work,
all
yeah.
you'd have to do is portray the voice. Because you
June-
don't see the face.
I feel
you
like-
don't need
I feel
the
like
face.
you
Idris
gotta
Elba is the sexiest.
You got to
one
get
of the
Jet
sexiest
Li as
guys.
June.
No, because
Others.
Jun's like Eastern European. Why would you have Jet
Jun?
Li? Yeah.
I swear he's not
He's
Eastern
Chinese.
European. He's Chinese.
No, he's
He's
sniper.
Chinese. He's a Chinese sniper.
The sniper guy, he's Chinese.
No, he's fucking.
Yeah,
Yes, he is.
No, he's not.
Yes, he is.
No, he's not.
He was.
Go on.
Oh no,
go
it's
on.
going to give us an ethnicity from the Halo universe.
No,
June.
well, no,
He's
it's
from
all covered in
Harvest.
black ink, but he's not Chinese. Just look at him; he hasn't got Chinese features.
He is Chinese.
He's not. He's
100%.
Eastern European, like Cat.
No way.
Otherwise, he would be something like this.
Not necessarily.
Like he's got a very Eastern European accent.
No, he doesn't.
Yes, he does. I shoot to kill. I do not miss.
No way.
No,
Bro, he's got a very Eastern European accent.
No way.
Yeah, so as everyone said, the
I feel
ideal...
he feels a bit more Oriental to me.
Go and find a clip off YouTube of John speaking. It is not Chinese.
He looks a bit Oriental to me.
Should we have this argument off off the podcast?
Alright, who's perfect casting for Cat then?
Perfect casting for Cat.
You're telling me that
what?
doesn't look Chinese?
He does.
I would say Charlize Theron.
I'd say at the very least
Dye
Korean.
hair black.
At the very least Korean.
A bit like Furiosa looking.
Yeah.
Look.
What?
Well, that's a shit picture, don't I?
He looks Oriental.
Past that point.
George.
I'm finding a hard time with this. You need to find someone that you just love.
You got to find someone who's British.
You know who? Not even British. You know Pandora, the big sergeant on Pandora.
No.
Do you not think so?
No.
Oh.
I feel like he has to be British.
Yeah.
He has to be.
He's got a proper fucking London accent on him. But there's no one really that big who's like that. The only person I think is Gorgeous George.
George, yeah.
But I feel like the voice has got to be something like Vinnie Jones. That sounds very much
No,
like
to be fair, I wouldn't mind like Vinnie Jones doing it. Because it's someone, if he like bulked up, or even if they.
Vinnie Jones is a very tall guy.
Yeah, if they didn't know, but I mean like fat.
Well, it's in the suit.
Yeah, it's in the suit. Yeah, you just got to bulk up his armour.
Bulk up his armour. I wouldn't mind Vinnie Jones because he's the kind of person that you just love. No matter what film he's in, you just love the bloke. Do you know what I mean? He's just funny. You can't not like him, and that's George. You just can't not like him.
What about Hardy?
I was thinking that, but he's too.
I feel like Tom Hardy would be a better pick for Carter.
Yeah, Tom Hardy's too.
It would either be Josh Brolin or Tom Hardy.
No way! You know who's English?
Who?
Daniel Day-Lewis.
Yeah.
Bro, he would be sick as George. All he would need to do, is get a little bit of meat, grow a beard.
He's retired now, isn't he?
Who is he?
He's retired.
Is he?
Did you ever watch Gangs of New York?
Yeah, it was Gangs of New York. Lincoln. Abraham Lincoln in Lincoln. That's Daniel Day-Lewis.
Wait, I'm looking
Fair
at some
enough.
actors.
Yeah.
Oh, he would. Oh.
No, I think Tom Hardy's a bit too clean.
Yeah.
What about him? What about him?
Sean
Yes,
Bean.
lad.
Well, George does die.
He does die, so yeah.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I mean. I think he'd be a good George. All you'd need to do is grey out his hair a little bit. Get a beard. He can grow beards. He played Boromir.
I don't
so
even
he
care.
can do an English.
Do you know who I'd
accent.
love to see Noble Sixes? Daniel Craig.
Doesn't matter. He doesn't speak. Actually,
Yeah,
he'd have
because
to
Daniel
speak.
Craig's like
Actually,
50 now.
He does speak. He says like 3 words in the entire fucking campaign.
It's fine, Daniel Craig.
Most of them are sir.
You'd have to give Noble Six more of a personality.
I feel like Noble Six would literally just be an unknown actor.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I feel like that's the way it'd be.
I mean, that's why I like the idea of like a Doom adaptation in Hardcore Henry style, because you wouldn't have to give Doom Guy any character.
No, you
that's
wouldn't.
true.
Just a completely
So, yeah, so in Hawke Henry, there's like no words spoken.
by the main
Just
character.
grunts.
But,
No, but it'd be nice to have like a bit like Horror Henry, like the first person style for Reach. So you don't see the overall thing, but you see it from Six's point of view. So it
see,
like the game,
well,
it makes
I
it
think
feel
the
like
issue-
you're Six.
I think the issue though with Reach is there's a lot of scale in Reach, where it's like these huge ships and these like huge landscapes where you
I feel
need
like
other
certain
shots.
scenes,
but if
certain
you're
scenes
first-
should be from his helmet.
Yeah,
I would
that's
say
what I mean. From his
I would do
helmet.
the final firefight from a first person view.
Yeah.
That would be awesome.
Oh,
Alright,
with
so
the elite.
you
I
know,
think that Joey jumps off the ship to see George blow up.
Yeah.
That should be in first person.
So
Yeah.
you know we were talking about Jun being Chinese, Japanese, Korean, whatever the fuck you want to say. What colour eyes do Chinese have?
Brown.
On average, brown.
Okay.
What colour is his eyes then?
His eyes are green.
Green, that was
But he's
it.
a Spartan, so there's...
He's genetically modified.
Don't they all have green
Yeah.
eyes?
I'm pretty sure you can't get.
Don't all the
Natural
Spartans have green
green.
eyes?
No, they're green and blue.
You can have
Spartan
natural
eyes.
green eyes.
It's
Yeah.
very rare.
It was only like
You know,
1%.
like green- like
like
green-
1%
Look at
of the
mine.
population.
2% of the world have green
2%
eyes.
have green eyes.
Yeah.
But yeah, green and blue eyes on average is a Spartan. That's what you got.
Yeah, it's because the natural shit in it.
Yeah, it's 'cause you match
I'm
shitty.
telling you, his nose isn't a
I
Chinese
feel
nose.
like,
Uh,
I feel like
can we
it's
please-
Oriental.
Look at that. That is too big of a nose.
So
He's
that-
got a bit of
I feel like
Italian
it's more.
in him.
I feel like it's
That
more
is a
Oriental, though.
European guy.
Can we please get past John's ethnicity?
Now,
For the love of
now,
fucking God.
now that I have cracked down that
Actually,
he's
no.
Eastern
No, alright, so
European.
for Jun, do you know the guy who played the mummy? In the original films? The guy who actually played the mummy?
No.
You know who it is?
See,
I haven't watched The
yeah,
Mummy.
because he's the
in
guy on
years.
Titanic, ain't he?
Yes.
Yeah,
Billy Zane.
that's
Billy Zane, if he went bald as he was in The Mummy, he would look very similar to that guy.
Who would you have as...
nah. You know who I would have.
You said Charlize
Theron.
Who, yeah, I can't remember.
Mad Max
Mad Max.
Furiosa.
Oh, yes. Fair enough.
So let's move on. TV shows. Favorite TV shows, everyone.
Sherlock.
No. We got to crack this down.
Fuck off.
We've got to crack down who's going to play Jun.
Yeah, Sherlock. It's my favourite.
Now I'm
Do
thinking.
you know what another one is? Do you know what? Because obviously I'm very, very secluded when it comes to TV series. I really don't fucking watch them. Broadchurch is a very, very good one.
Yeah, I've heard
Just
Broadchurch
started.
is good.
I recently watched the original one, one of the series. So I think it's 2 or 3. I don't know which one. The newest one.
I
is.
heard it's pretty decent.
See, for
Genuinely, not a lot of TV series make me want to watch the next one. But me and Jade were sat there, and after every single episode, we was genuinely waiting the next week to find out what happened, and that very rarely happens with me. And that's only happened with Sherlock and Broadchurch. So those are my top 2.
You see, in terms of binge watching, like that's the thing. Streaming services like Netflix make you like really. They're designed to make you want to watch them more and more. Like if I watch Breaking Bad, you keep going. But if I'm watching something serialized,
Crazy.
you know, like like it was a good joke.
Thank you.
But you know, something serialized like Game of Thrones, I won't immediately watch the next one.
No.
You know,
You can really have time between Game of Thrones episodes because they don't really always pick up from where they left off.
yeah, well, nor should they, because it's a grand story that goes over years. But yeah, as in favorite TV show, currently Game of Thrones. But as a kid, coming up, definitely Dragon Ball.
Alright, here's
I
one.
found it. I found it.
Who is it?
Can we get off this
What's
point
his
of
name?
John?
It is Crixus.
Let's have a look.
Tell me,
Manuel Bennett.
bro. Tell
So
me
that-
if he didn't shave his head, shave his beard, and get the prosthetics.
Manuel
that
Bennett.
would be
He's
such
a
a
really
good
good actor.
casting.
He's Deathstroke in Arrow, isn't he?
Yeah.
All right, so Jared, favorite TV show.
Favorite TV show. Dragon Ball Z.
Nice choice.
I got a good
What's
question.
your favorite arc?
Fucking nerd.
The one that Moses got in.
Kill yourself.
I've got a question.
See, mine's Cell.
Freezer.
Fair enough.
A film that you want to see into a TV series.
The film I want to see turned into a TV series.
That's so you know that universe and that blah blah blah.
That already hasn't been done.
Hardcore Henry. I'd love to see it as a TV series.
Yeah, that hasn't already been done.
I would like to see.
Yes,
I'm thinking
I
of-
too would like to see.
I'm just thinking.
Said every blind man
Said
ever.
Stevie Wonder in one of his songs.
I'm just thinking of films that.
Tell you what was a good film, Unsuspecting. Do you remember Power Rangers?
That was a really good film. I enjoyed that.
Oh yeah, no, I
We
wouldn't
walked
expect
in there.
trash.
We walked in. Have you seen it?
Power Rangers is fucking.
We walked
lit.
in there expecting to laugh our asses off and rip the shit out of it.
Yeah.
And we walked out like, fair enough. That's
But
quite a good
honestly,
film.
Bro, did you see how many Easter eggs they had in it? I was sitting there, the guy was like, yeah, we've got 6 scripts written for Power Rangers films. I was sitting there, I was like, ah!
Yeah, they've planned like 5 or so more movies.
For context, he pretended to wank himself off when he went, ah!
Oh, yeah, I didn't even see that myself. Fair enough.
But yeah, Power Rangers is actually really good.
No, that leads me to a point. Favourite film you've seen this year?
Ooh, it's very difficult. It's very difficult.
Been a lot of good ones.
I don't know. I'd like to say Spider-Man.
Alright, but that's like you saw it yesterday.
I saw it
kind of
yesterday.
thing.
Yeah, but that does, yeah, but that's fine.
I'd like to say Spider-Man, but I think Wonder Woman just edges it out. I really enjoyed Wonder Woman.
I don't like
Spider-Man.
the bloke. The mustache doesn't do it for me as Ares. He looks too British
To be Greek.
to be Greek. No, do you know what? It's a fact of it would have been fine, right? This is what ruined it for me with Wonder Woman, right? I would have agreed with you, but this is what ruined it. It would have been fine as him being Ares, right? But as soon as the armor come on, he changed his face to like a demonic face. The fact that he had the armor, I didn't even mind it. The fact that if he had he had his suit on and he started throwing shit about, that's fine. As soon as the armor come on, and they kept his face,
it wouldn't change it to a demonic face.
I don't think
they're still built in a human image.
I know, but I mean like the fact that changed because all
if there was like a kind of a smoke apparition with like red eyes coming through it, then yeah.
I don't even think Wonder Woman or Spider-Man were the best superhero movies of this year. The best superhero movie this year was Logan, so far, in my opinion.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah.
I did enjoy Logan.
That's a good shout.
But my favourite film
I'm quite bad with memory, though, so I forget that this year is this year.
Yeah.
My favourite film of the year so far has been Kong Skull Island.
I do like that film.
That shit was cash.
Oh, do you know what? I tried to watch it last night, but I fell asleep. Not because of the film. It's an amazing film. Just I was so fucking tired that I went... When I started it, I was like... Because I stood up, I was like, yeah, let's watch this.
No, I don't blame you.
Film.
We were out till like late last night.
Yeah, I know. And then literally I laid down, I got into bed and I went, fuck.
I was on the phone for like an hour and then I went to sleep.
So
I pretty much dropped the second I got in.
So yeah, no, I agree. Kong is very good man.
So you're telling me the old bastard from Harry Potter played Ares?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah,
That's a terrible, terrible choice.
Thank you.
Why?
No, but
Ares is like a warrior.
Yeah,
thank you.
He should be a brute of a human being.
He's not an OAP mustache.
This is a different version of Ares, though. This is a more manipulative Ares.
Yeah, but you can't even fucking... Yeah, but the difference is you can't even fucking argue that it is a different type of Ares. A Greek god does not have that sort of mustache and does not look 64.
I didn't mind that.
Was the Zeus an old man that was one?
You don't
never
see
see
Zeus.
You never see Zeus. Who do you see? What gods do you see?
Ares.
Is that it?
That's it.
Yeah. It's just the fact that I wouldn't mind if they changed his face, or as soon as they put the armour on him, put the helmet on. I don't mind that. And I don't mind the actor as Ares on his own. Just don't put him in the armour and keep his face showing.
The armour was fucking spot on.
Yeah, but his face.
Ares armour was... Imagine Joe Injustice, the armour from that. The game. You played Injustice, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, the Ares armour from that. That was the armour in the film.
So yeah,
fucking spot on.
Let's continue. Favourite film of the year, Charlie?
Yeah, probably Kong.
You haven't seen it though.
Yes.
Well, you said you tried to watch it last night.
No, you said tried to rewatch
it last night. I watched it with Callum.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, you went watch Kong.
No, I didn't watch it.
Favourite film this year?
Favourite film? I can't even remember what's come out this year.
A lot of films. A lot of films.
Yeah, it wasn't...
Stop bouncing names around and I'll let you know which one was the best.
There's been Logan. There's been...
Power Rangers.
There's been...
Spider-Man,
Wonder Woman.
There's been... You know what?
Kong.
There's been... Oh, what was that film? What's that film when I watched?
Godzilla.
Pirates of the Caribbean 5's come out this year. I don't know, because I've only seen about that much films that have come out. I know there's been quite a few that have come out this year.
There's been a lot.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'd probably say Logan's the best out of them.
Logan's pretty good.
Pretty good.
But on that note, as an ending,
yes,
I think we'll wrap up there.
Yeah, we got pretty far.
Yeah.
Yep.
I've been Charlie.
So
I've been Charlie.
Well, just quickly, same as usual. Like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, Patreon us please. And I've been Jason.
I've been Tom.
And we'll see you next week.
Maybe.